What sport does gender not play a factor? I believe long-distance sled dog racing is not segregated by gender. TBH, that sport is more about navigation, planning, organizing supplies, keeping calm under pressure and responding to inclement weather than raw physical ability though. Edit. I fixed a typo. According to some research, the advantages of male over female ultra-runners diminish as the distance increases and actually reverse when it exceeds 195 miles. One prominent example. A few years ago, Courtney Dauwalter, who is one of the best ultra-runners of all time, not only won the Moab 240 race outright, she beat the second-place guy by 10 hours. Dog sled racing. Female jockeys perform as good as their male counterparts. Rally co-drivers. Some of the best of all time are women. Equestrian sports. In general, the rider's gender, sex isn't relevant because the rider doesn't have to physically overpower the horse. The horse's gender may be relevant because the horse is providing most of the power. And male horses are generally larger and more muscular than female horses. Stallions are generally more muscular than geldings. But geldings are often a bit taller than stallions. In horse racing, the rider's weight may be a factor because a horse will move faster if it's carrying a lighter load. In theory, that could advantage female riders because women tend to be smaller than men. But in practice the business still favors male jockeys. In other equestrian sports, the rider's sex simply doesn't matter, because the rider provides direction, not power. Obviously, a rider needs some strength to stay on and to make the movements that tell the horse what to do. But this is within the capabilities of any reasonably fit person. IIRC, horse riding, equestrianism does not have different gender categories. A handful of women have won open division events in professional bowling. But the men are still at a huge advantage when it comes to ball speed and rev rate. Dog dancing? I've been down a strange rabbit hole recently. I blame Bobby Hill. Sport fishing. There is one sport where women hold all the records. And that sport is long-distance swimming. For some reason, women's bodies are better optimized for swimming 10 miles than men's bodies are. Therefore, there is theoretically a distance for a swimming race where neither men nor women would hold any advantage. Curling? Eating competitions. Anyone can have the willpower to eat 11 pies in 3 minutes. I've fenced women and they seem to do just as fine as men. Strength is not a huge factor in fencing unless you're doing historical longsword or any kind of historical full contact fencing. It's really about controlling distance, pace and your opponent's expectations, and women can do those things just fine. I remember when professional NASCAR drivers whined and moaned and peed their pants because Danica Patrick, a 100 pounds race car driver, had an unfair weight advantage over her larger competitors. Aerobics competitions in the US do not have separate male and female categories, and women have been national champions many times. I'm not sure, but I will say this. Popular sports tend to gravitate towards men's strengths. On average, men are dominant in quick bursts of energy. Even women with identical muscle mass to men are at a disadvantage in quick bursts. But women actually have an advantage in repetition. Women are able to recover faster than men and endure longer pretty consistently. For example, men absolutely dominate running, anywhere between 100 meters and 100 miles. Men, on average, win. But beyond 100 miles, or in subsequent races, Women actually pull ahead. Unfortunately, we tend not to be interested in sports that play to those strengths. I think a lot of the gender war type arguments would fade away if we highlighted women's actual advantages more, because they do exist. This prob won't be popular, but English horseback riding is more than half female, but men still do it and requires equal strength. XC. Jumpers, hunters, dressage, mini golf, archery or shooting. Edit. For some who don't want to read all the comments. Apparently men do better in archery because of wide shoulders and more strength. So probably not archery.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.